Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. It's already Friday. The time flies. Time to Turtlecast. In the same time, the January is almost over. It's the last day. Last day of the week. Last day of the month. And we are about a month away from next update to Fallout 76. So the time flies. But who's in the chat so early? Welcome, Spiteful Angel, Michael Yost, Adefion Jack, Heavy D, Edward, Mr. Rancid, Nervy Stories, PDM, Toby Markham, RHPS, Confound Brigade, Confounded Bridge, something, too long name, Confounded, Perf, Aluful, Angry Scotsman, Randy B, Vistrick, I'm Peaceful Gamer, Quadmire, and Not Worried. Welcome. It's good that you are not worried. No reason to be worried. And first person appearing as well on Twitch. Hello there, Kisaki. And InfoChant. Welcome. So first, in regards to any new articles, nothing that appeared outside of the Atomic Shop update. So we do not have any articles. We are continue to keep testing the Ghoul update on the public test server. And public test server received update last week, and this week we've been testing all of it. On the live stream, in the video, you can have all the new pair cards and new stuff later tested. So we'll see how this will go. Surprisingly, from my findings yesterday, for some reason, on public test server, I'm getting way more experience points than on the live game version, and we're not able to figure out why, to be honest. But there is more experience for some reason. I don't know why. Is that a bug or intended? I honestly doubt that would be intended, but who knows, to be honest? Who knows? And welcome everyone else joining us right now. Welcome. And now about what's going on this weekend in Fallout 76. If we open a seasons page on Fallout.com, then we can access the calendar. So just let me open that. We take a quick look on calendar for the end of January. Let's switch the camera. Not that, this one. So here, the end of January 30th till February 3rd, double score. Treasure hunters are roaming the area, and double mutations. I'm not sure if there is anything new in Treasure Hunter event. We'll probably hunt them, some of them tomorrow on our regular live stream. Saturday evening, we'll try to hunt some of those treasure hunters. Poor little creatures. Those are the ones that never fight back. They just try to run away from you, and you are the brutal wastelander raider chasing them and killing with cold blood. That's terrifying event that we are all participating in Fallout 76. So defenseless treasure hunters walking around with all they have in their possessions on their back, and we just chase them to rob them. Cold blood. Terrible. But that's a wasteland. So that's what's gonna happen this weekend. This weekend that is ongoing. So that's about the calendar. Just a quick look. And now let me take a look on the chat before we'll try to answer your questions that you put on Discord. Hello, there's a couple more people joining. Oh, the hunters are not in? Interesting. They're supposed to be in based on the calendar. Let me see if there is any updated calendar on Discord. On Discord you can find the same calendar too, official Bethesda Discord. Let's see if the dates align or not. I'm opening Discord. I will check if the dates align. Is that the thing? Community resources. No, it's the same calendar on Discord, so no point to open it here. It's the same. It says that Treasure Hunter is supposed to be on. If they not on, then I don't understand why. They supposed to be on based on the calendar. So if they not on, we'll not be hunting them, obviously. Impossible. Oh. From other announcements, look at that. Public test server, we're just talking about it. PTS server will be going offline to deploy an update today. More info soon. Again, so there's another update today. Last week there was an update, and today there is another one. I'm expecting it will be smaller and smaller updates. At least I think they should be, as we are closer to the release date. So just little touches, hopefully. If it's a big one, I would be surprised. If there are any particular notes about important changes, I will cover that in a video. If there are any particular changes. If they are very insignificant, then I will not. Like, if it's just a bug fixes update, then of course I would not be doing a video for bug fixes on public test server. But if it's anything else than that, then yeah, then I will let you know. And I'm looking what the notification is, and Apple TV is reminding me that Severance next episode is up. Another TV show that I am currently watching. By the way, that's off topic. What are a good TV shows that you are watching now? Mostly I'm interested in sci-fi, of course you know that, but I watch some comedies, occasional horror, but not TV show horror if it's a movie. TV shows horrors usually not. So if you watch something really good recently, let me know, as I watch everything that I know about. Severance is the last one, and I have nothing to watch really for weekends. I have nothing to watch. Just one episode of Severance, and that need to last me the whole week. So that's a little bit less than I normally watch. And Silo I finished. Yeah, Silo is amazing. It's already done. So it's already done watching. I'm waiting for next season. Terminal list. Okay, I think I didn't watch this one. Outer Range. Okay, thank you for suggestions. I will check some of those. Thank you. Thank you for your suggestions. I will check some of those. So now, let me head to Discord and ask the turtle section. Discord. Here we go. First, I saw a video yesterday claiming that if you place armor on the platform, then start the event, then enter the armor as an Ian 06 is emerging, you end up immune to all damage from the platform and the Ian 06. Seems unlikely, maybe it's a scam video made on a custom world, but if it's actually a bug, then I think the idea was that if you drop the armor instead of place it, then it acts like an environmental object that you are hiding in. I don't know. I'm not really interested in that to investigate it personally myself, as I just tank it. I have troubleshooter's armor, so I tank the damage from the Guardian and stand behind the field of electricity. So my method is working. I don't need a different one. I heard about the tricks with power armor. And it's only electricity, I think, that you are getting immune to. I prefer just stand just outside of electric zone, and I don't need to time anything. I prefer easy methods. Easier, like methods that are harder to mess up are better for me personally, because if something is possible to be made wrong, I will make those mistakes. Next, how about Blooded build with all onslaught perks? It will be insane damage. Yeah, it will be very high damage, yes. Keep in mind that the damage bonuses are mostly additive. So at some point, you see less and less results from adding more. But yes, you will hit the insane level of damage. Absolutely. That is true. That is true. And next, let's get angry together, Turtle. I was playing Fallout 76 and some guy destroyed my camp with what I was told later was a turret tower. Can you do a video to show how this works? I'm curious how, when in pacifist mode, it was possible to kill my camp at all. I can tell you how that works. We're doing that in the past. It's an old video, but the method is very old. Or maybe it was a stream, Camp Wars, something like that in the title I did. But basically, you need two people for this method. One is building a camp with turrets, with the Messiah turrets in particular. Only those one have enough range. So Messiah turrets. And then they engage into PvP with his partner. And the person engaged in PvP will be engaged with the turrets. Therefore, the Messiah will be fired after this one player. And this one player then runs towards your camp, and the Messiah being fired that are hitting your camp will destroy your camp. That's the method. It's kind of limited as you really need to place this Messiah camp relatively close to your camp so Messiah can reach, and you need two people to organize that. But just that's how it works. It's kind of hilarious way of destroying people camps. To be honest, I prefer that way more than just hackers using teleportation on nukes or something like that. At least this method looks cool. When you will catch them in the act, then that looks cool when they are destroying your camp. Next, C. Is the Volt 63 laser carbine now untradeable? Yes, they changed it. Mainly because trading it before someone else has completed the quest was bugging out the quest. So the fix, as they most likely were not able to figure out how the quest is bugging out, was to make laser carbine untradeable so it will not bug out for anyone else. Next, I know we are always busy with testing cool stuff, Turtle, but you gotta try the gamma gun on the Epsilon squad again. Remember, no full auto as firing too quickly chokes the rat damage, and use VATS to be sure to hit. Okay, maybe I was firing too quickly. The problem with gamma gun, I bet it would work on the private server like it was in the past with those giant robots in new map area. It was working, but only on private server for me. So on adventure, there's problem with damage registration with a gamma gun radiation. Hi Turtle. If Tank Killer works with shotguns for the Peppa Shaker, does it stack with Stabilize, and if so, how? It will not work for the Peppa Shaker. The Tank Killer is for small guns. Peppa Shaker is a shotgun, but it is not a small gun. It is a heavy gun. You need to have a small gun to use Tank Killer with. And that about the next patch. It's currently like that on public test server. If you watch my video about new perk cards, so Tank Killer is updated to work with all small guns. Peppa Shaker is not a small gun. Hey Turtle, what is a good price to buy legendary mod boxes from players? Depends on your goals. I'm generally trying to buy for 500 1 star, 1500 2 star, and 4K for 3 star, and a little bit more if it's 4 star. But I'm buying for scrapping with the next patch. I am not buying it to use it. So if those are good legendary mod boxes, the price will be significantly higher. I'm talking about ones that you are collecting to scrap. Rascal has a question. I wonder, do you know if onslaught bonus damage is a global modifier like Bloody Mess, meaning it will boost new nade damage? It's not a direct damage multiplier for most effects, with exception of Furious, but I didn't test if it will boost grenades, so I do not know. There is a possibility, but I did not test that. Might be a new Best in slot for Westec farming if it works. Maybe even bringing back one nade per room technique. PS, for the record, Grenadier nerf didn't affect the radius of nades but made damage fall off more severe. Oh, so you tested what was. Yeah, that's good finding because I was testing Grenadier and couldn't find any reduction in the radius myself. So that's what they did. They made the damage fall off more severe. Okay, that makes sense. That's how super mutants that are gently hit by the grenade even exist. Okay, that makes sense. But that's kind of a good question. I will need to confirm if that works like that. That's a lot of changes. Generally, Furious with Onslaught is giving huge damage bonus, and Reverse Onslaught will make it possible to use with grenades, assuming enough time between grenade tosses. And PTS question. PTS is short for Public Test Server. How come Inspirational gives more experience to the other players and less experience for the one who's running the card? Should be reversed. Let's say I max out my charisma because I like experience. I get less from the card than the rest. How is that normal? Yeah, that's at least how it displays in the Pip-Boy. From my testing, the area experience doesn't work at all currently on public test server. Only the effect from the card on myself was working. So I don't really know. And they already said on Discord that they're revisiting this stuff, and maybe today's patch is about fixes to that issue. I don't know what's the intention, so I cannot answer for the intention. Currently doesn't really work on teammates, works on yourself, and yeah, we'll see. And generally, the amount of experience I'm getting on public test server is much higher than on the live. About 50% bonus, if not more. I was even expecting that public test server is running double experience event, but at least it's not listed on the Pip-Boy, so probably not. Or maybe it's hidden, I don't know. Next. Hi, Mr. Turtle. Have you seen the new game releasing end of March dubbed the British Fallout? Called Atomfall and looks good from the online clips. Oh, I did not hear about it. Atomfall? What is Atomfall? Let me just type it on my phone to see. Atomfall. Hmm. What? Apple Music? I have nothing. Uh, how is it? Atom. Did I spell it right? I did spell it right. Maybe type Atomfall game. Oh, there is something. Action survival game. Can be interesting. Yeah, I can try it. It can be interesting. It can be interesting. End of March, so hopefully it will not collide with the Ghoul update, as I need to play and have some fun with my Ghoul character first. Next, very weird thing happening in EN06 battle. I get the bot around 1-4 health, and then the health bar slowly wants to regenerate. Do I have something that is healing the bot? No, that's a server lag. It's happening for everyone. Happening for everyone, quite often. Hi, Mr. Turtle. Can you test Fur? I think that's supposed to be short for Furious. 50 crit, 15 reload, Assaultron head. It should be very powerful with those wonderful onslaught mechanics. Yeah, it's quite cool. I was playing around with Assaultron head, and it's quite cool. It can be used absolutely with those mechanics. It cannot match for the Ghoul the power of the Gamma Gun, though. Still, it's not able to. And reloading it 5 times, it's a little bit annoying. I was trying everything I could to make Assaultron head more dominant, but you cannot. It's quite cool gameplay with that, but it's still not the level of power I would like it to have. Hey Turtle, in the public test server, what armor and mods work best for Ghoul character? Generally, any armor can be used, but if you have armor with low or close to zero radiation resist, you will need to use less perks to compensate for radiation resistance. Therefore, all kind of scout type armors works very well. Scout type armors are, of course, scout armor, torn armor, solar armor, covered scout armor. So all those types have very low radiation resistance and come with other cool effects. So those are generally probably the best for ghoul characters. The scout type armors, all of them. If you want to go stealth, if you want to go melee or anything else, the scout armors really good. And solar has cool synergy if you don't plan to use glowing mechanics. If you don't care about glowing mechanics, you can run solar, you can add additional health regeneration to your ghoul character, you can run a really high health regeneration if you skip the glow mechanics. If you want to use glow mechanics, unfortunately, you need to be over 100% health and all healing effects are worthless. But if you don't, more like lazy ghoul character without caring about the glow, just a regular non-glowing ghoul, then yeah, you can absolutely use solar. And those are all the questions we have here. Back to you in the chat. Back to the chat. What's the preferred second star for Vulcan? Depend on your build heavily. But one of the best options is luck. Currently, the strongest second star for power armors is luck. Because of VATS and how powerful it is. It's really hard to run a raid with typical commando build. That's true. It's really hard with typical commando build. Stealth doesn't work. You will need to play tanky commando. For most part, if you can add power armor, that would help you in the raid. Can I confirm the new tank killer perk will work on bows? I don't think so. The bows have a separate perk. So bows are not considered guns, so it will not. Bows are like separate class for some reason in itself. Am I official tester? No. I'm not official tester of anything. We are all testers, Toast is saying. That's true. It was one big beta. It's not anymore. Let's be honest. Fallout 76 in the current state is quite good. Yes, there are some problems, but it's definitely not a beta anymore. It was on the release though, that I would agree. Yes, there is bow before me perk, that's for bows. Bows and crossbows. So there is a perk. Hi, Potty Chap. And Teddy is recommending the Agency Spy series for watching. Okay. One more recommendation. We'll check it out. It's not beta. It's not still beta. It's working really well for most part. And keep in mind, in our times, all games are basically releasing like a beta. Starfield was even worse on the release then followed. It was fun. It was fun to play, but amount of bugs and problems, skills, perks not working, ship systems bugging out, not working, ships disappearing, and that was insane on Starfield release. I enjoyed the game a lot, but I will not deny its problems. The only thing in Starfield, to be honest, I was more disappointed with the DLC than in the game itself. Like the game I was really happy about. It was the style I wanted. It was the space and combat, everything was really cool. With a lot of bugs, but really cool, so I enjoyed it a lot. But then the DLC, I was very disappointed. It was feeling like the DLC on Starfield, I don't know if you played, but for me it was feeling like someone imported a questline from Elder Scrolls and just set it up in space. And I was like, are you serious with me? The first real DLC, you asked me to play Elder Scrolls in Starfield engine? No, it was not for me. And that's the main reason I stopped playing Starfield. As I was thinking DLC gonna bring me back, and it had opposite effect. There are games on Steam in early access after 12 years, yeah. Oh, Frank Black, thank you a lot for $5. Thank you, appreciate that. And the message is, hey Turtle, big fan. Does Bullet Shield work against the snake poison? Yes. I tested taking it off and didn't notice much difference. Ricochet seems enough. So the snake poison, Bullet Shield and Ricochet works on it, but what it can deflect is only the impact damage. There is impact damage on this poison, but on top of that, the poison contains dot. The dot cannot be deflected by Bullet Shield or Ricochet, so only the impact will be deflected. The additional portion that's a dot will not be deflected, and dot you only counter by resistance. So just increase your resistance to counter the dot. Oh, Jules, thank you a lot for 5 quid. And what is that? Did they add new emoji to YouTube? What are those free hippos? Okay, this is hilarious. I did not know there is like new emoji. Thank you a lot, Jules. Appreciate that. Oh, Fox Azilium is saying that he stopped getting games on day one because of this problem. Yeah, the releases are bad, but I am I the only one who always enjoyed getting games on day one? It was fun, wasn't it? It was fun getting games on day one and playing them with everyone. I don't really understand what's happening that they cannot just finish the game first and then release it. It's like industrial trend now. The whole industry is doing it like that. No one is finishing the game before the release. I don't understand why. Like self-damaging your own brand for no good reason. And Matthew is trying to use commando without power armor and without switching the build. So you can, but it will be much harder. For the stage 1, you need to hide behind the pillars as soon as the turret is aiming at you, but that's not a problem. Your team will probably destroy the turret really fast. For stage 2, it's okay as a commando, so you just need to run for the canisters, so that's no problem. For stage 3, that's a problem, as those free enclave soldiers in power armors, they do hit hard. For example, the guy with the Gauss rifle, most likely, if you are a commando build, will be able to one-shot you. So you will be struggling there, even at full health. But assuming you have strong team, they will finish. So maybe just focus on destroying generator and let other people kill the free bosses that can be for stage 3. For stage 4, it doesn't really matter. You just drag those enemies all around and destroy crystals. So any build will work the same. And lastly, for the snake, even though you cannot sneak, if you add to your build some poison resistance, you should be able to survive there. So you can contribute to the final fight. So yes, you can play. You will not be as powerful addition to the team as someone running heavy guns in power armor, or maybe what I'm running. So it's a hybrid power armor, melee and heavy guns. So a lot of people is saying that it was fun getting games on day one, but now they are waiting 6 months to a year. Oh, hello there, Nike. Had your raiding party on Twitch? How are you guys doing? So we are streaming on both now, YouTube and Twitch. Best build for Vulcan power armor. Uh, there is no best build for the power armor. It's not how it works. Just you choose the build and then set your power armor for it. But generally, Vulcan power armor is very good endgame power armor. I'm using it mainly for my non VATS heavy gunner. But the reason for that is not that I cannot use this armor for any other build, but Vulcan is the only armor that offers additional stabilization on armor, so stabilize those gimbal bracers, which is very unique and helps outside of that. But generally, power armor, like any power armor, it's a top ranking. Vulcan power armor is S tier. So it's the best of the best power armors. Equally good as Union for different reasons, but equally good. Therefore, you can run any heavy gunner with this power armor build you really want. You can run melee with it if you really want to. So it's just overall really good power armor. There's no best build for it. It's just one of the best power armors that will work with any build. Oh, Elish is running a group with three bloody commando builds, and he's the only one with power armor, and they're doing good. So glad to hear that. You kill snakes in under 30 seconds. Yeah, it's possible. It can go even faster. For me, as long as my team kills snake under a minute, I'm golden. Why don't we ever request the return of Nuclear Winter? Because they cannot remove hackers from Nuclear Winter that are destroying everything for everyone. As a commando build, so the only thing you can do really as a commando build is add some poison resistance, so it will be easier for you on the final snake stage. Like legendary card for poison resistance if you have a matching set of regular armor. So you don't really need to change anything about your commando build unless you are going for completely different build for the raid. Then that's a heavy gunner power armor. The prefix for armor for the raid, in case of power armor, I'm just running troubleshooters through entire raid. The turret is the only hard hitting enemy that can kill me, so troubleshooter is for the turret. But later on, I'm not changing my power armor sets at all because there is no need. Troubleshooter is all the way for me. I did not try to see if onslaught affects bash damage, although it should. AP region on Vulcan is the same as Action Boy type effect, just slightly weaker than Action Boy card. Hackers were only on PC. Maybe I did not really play Nuclear Winter on consoles. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't think Fallout is compatible with modern anti-cheat engines. It would probably just crash if you try to implement any. Fallout has its own anti-cheat built in, but it's not a very good one. We are able to see anti-cheat effect that it actually exists when I was constantly being kicked out on the public test server when I was trying to use a minigun with onslaught effect when fire rate amplification was going way higher than intended. So I was exceeding fire rate of whatever is acceptable by the game server, and I was being kicked out for firing too fast. So there is some kind of anti-cheat. It's probably not a very good one though. And yeah, the level, the raid boss, the snake, is not holding versus power of endgame players. It cannot withstand. It cannot. And yeah, for the Ghoul update, I will be using my main character. So I'll be changing my main into Ghoul. It will be possible to change back and forth based on the description that I managed to find. There is like a help screen for the Ghoul now on the public test server, and it says that you will be able to revert once uh, back to human, and then it says if you would like after that to become Ghoul and back to human and so on, it will be through Atom Shop, and you will pay for that. So it would be a paid option after one full switch. I hope not too expensive, as I would like my main character to enjoy a little bit of a human from time to time and some ghoul. The question is, how expensive would that be? I'm definitely changing my main into the ghoul. So I'll be running a ghoul slinger for a little bit. It's so cool with those new pistols. So ghoul slinger will be me. But then but then would I be willing to go back to human, and then how much would it cost if I don't like human? I want to be ghoul again. So yeah, it would be a paid option after first one. First is free, so you can taste it. You can that's To be honest, I am not gonna blame them for the strategy. That's the best sales strategy in every business. Let someone taste it, and then when they want more, ask them to pay. So that always worked, and they want money out of the ghoul system. So even though I do not like it, I would prefer in-game method for switching between ghoul and human. I can see it's gonna work for them, so they will make a buck. So it's gonna work for them. The question: how many atoms? This I cannot tell. There was no info about the cost on the help page. Born Survival works. Who's saying that it's broken? It's not broken, oh Scott. You will need to search for my older video. I did a video about Born Survival update and how it works, and how it before they implemented it and how it will be changing. So it's explained there exactly how Born Survival trigger rules are now. Toxic Goose spam build. Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal. Yeah, that's what Urban Pixel is saying. The biggest issue will come when they will keep rebalancing between a human and a ghoul, making one's human stronger and one's ghoul stronger. Of course, for now, as it's brand new release for ghouls in March, the ghouls will be stronger than humans. The next step of evolution. The ghoul is the next step of evolution for humankind, so Ghoul will be stronger, at least in March. What will be later? I don't know. What if they decide to buff the human and then Ghoul again? And if that will be one and the other, I don't know. But for now, definitely Ghoul will release a stronger version, so everyone will benefit from switching to Ghoul. On Xbox, doesn't work at all. Okay, so maybe you have very laggy Xbox. You know what you can try, Scott, to figure out if it's working? Remove all rats, heal to max, equip Born Survival rank 3, and then go fight enemies that have relatively low damage, so they will be slowly chopping up your health, and see if Born Survival will trigger. It definitely works on PC, and I don't know why it wouldn't on Xbox, but you can do this test. It can be a server lag. Server lag is an effect on every platform. On very laggy server, there would be delay from the point that it's supposed to trigger to the moment it actually triggers. For me, sometimes it's even a couple seconds late. And in case I'm taking a lot of damage rapidly, couple of seconds, it's already too long and I would be dead before the Born Survival triggers. So when the server is laggy, it can be couple of seconds delay, and that can absolutely kill you. Those want to play as a Radroach. As a Radroach in the starter vault in like Fallout 3, and then you are being tasked with shooting a Radroach with BB gun. And you are the Radroach versus a Vault Dweller with BB gun. Okay, so that will be everything I wanted to talk about for this episode of Turtlecast. We'll see later on what will be going on with the public test server update. When some patch notes will release, I will check it out. For now, members will be heading over to do our daily challenges together. So that's the plan. Everyone else, see you tomorrow. We'll be checking out what happened with the treasure hunters that's supposed to be here. And that being said, thank you a lot for watching and see you tomorrow. Bye everyone. Turtle out. Bye.